little redecorating. Take it easy. Good evening. Good evening. All right, fine, be that way. Thank you all for coming, because I know it's cold outside. Luckily for me, my nephew gave me a scarf for Christmas. For the third time in 6 years, he gave me a scarf for Christmas. He's a nice guy. At this point, I'm all scarfed up. The scarf he gave me had a label on it that said, "One size fits most." I didn't know that scarves came in sizes, or that they were that judgmental. All rise for judgmental. I appreciate your love of legal humor. Yeah, my name's Kathleen Kanz, and I would like to tell you very little about myself. Nobody in my family was related. My sister and I are both adopted, and my parents, delightfully, are not related. I was adopted back when you could still get a white infant. That was a long time ago, back when we were roaming the earth. So I'm a relic from a bygone era, and I'm a banged up relic. My back is messed up, so it's uncomfortable to sit. And my foot is messed up, so it's uncomfortable to stand. Pretty much, I'm down to hanging from a rope. Hi, people over there. Hi. But wait, it gets better. You need a lozenge? All right. That's the sign of I'm cool. Because I'd be over there in a minute. It gets better. I have Graves' disease. I was this close to having serious disease. But no, I had too much. It's not even a big deal, but for some reason my doctor thought that he should comfort me. So he said, "You know, Barbara Bush has Graves' disease." Great. Do I look like an 80-year-old transvestite? You people are fucking awesome, let me just tell you that. You are swell. I don't know what people want from me, but I know they can't have it. I've been me for a while now, so I've noticed some things. Like I'm no good at making polite conversation, but I really excel at making impolite conversation. If you ask me, and nobody does, but if you ask me, I think being polite just opens up a can of worms. And come on, worms are disgusting. I'm studying to be an idiot savant. It's not really going that well. It's a lozenge problem here in the country. I think deja vu is bullshit. And it's not the first time I've thought that. In 1953, a guy named Henry had brain surgery to get rid of some seizures, and it worked. The seizures were gone. But from then on, he had permanent amnesia. So every 3 seconds, it was a whole new world. He died in November, and the researchers that had studied him throughout his life said that Henry had donated his brain to science. But really, how would he know? They could be lying. Thank you for sitting up front. Thank you. Bless you. Well, my doctor made an appointment for me to have an MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. It's important for them to establish if you have any metal in your body, because they're going to slide you into a giant magnet. So they ask you a series of questions like, do you have a metal plate in your head? No. Do you have any shrapnel in your body? No. Have you ever been a machinist? Sadly, no. Do you have an IUD? No. Do you have a pacemaker? No. And then the attendant asked and answered the next question all by himself. He said, I presume you don't have a penile implant. Why are we presuming that? You calling me ordinary? You calling me obvious? I might have a penis. I might. He continued to ask and answer the rest of the questions on his own. So I just laid down on the table, and as they began to slide me into the magnet, my car keys came flying out of my pants with great force. They were so concerned about my penile implant, they forgot to ask about my car keys, which I think we might all have. I just think it ought to be a question on the list. When I saw the speed with which those keys were removed from my pants, I was glad I hadn't worn my penis to the hospital. Why does my mechanic explain the repair to me? He knows I don't know what he's talking about. Is he taunting me? You don't know how your car works. Give me $300. Dumbass. Okay. I've come to realize that if I'm willing to eat what someone hands to me through a window, then I deserve exactly what I get. Whenever I go out to eat, I always order the same thing. I'll have the fat with salt. Thank you. Every now and then I drive by a house with a sign outside that says, Larry's Guns and Knives. And it says it just like that. I often wonder, with all those guns and knives, what happened to Moe and Curly? I don't fly a lot, but whenever I do, I check the seat back in front of me to be sure there's an airsick bag. Oh. I love you just like everyone else. Whenever I pull that thing out, I always remark on how small those things are. They are tiny. They're designed with the presumption that you've had a light lunch. You've just had a snack. I'm a little dry. when the radio